Welcome to This Organized Life. If you're a mom, wife, or coffee lover seeking advice on how to reduce clutter and reclaim time, look no further than your host, Lori Palau, founder of Simply Be Organized and author of Hot Mess, a practical guide to getting organized. For a lot of people, clutter is their dirty little secret, but it doesn't have to be. Each week, we will share practical tips, chat with experts, and provide strategies on how to keep you organized. I hope that by sharing our stories, you feel a little less alone and more empowered to tackle the areas that are holding you back. So let's get started.
Hey guys, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that we're going to be talking about a sensitive topic today about legacy planning. So if you are in a car and you're listening with little ears around, I am going to be mentioning people getting sick and death and all those kinds of things. So if it's something that you would prefer to not have your little ears around, maybe just wait on listening about this. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Lots of great information. So thanks so much. Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of This Organized Life. I'm your host, Lori Palau. I'm so glad that you're here. Wanted to just, before we dive into anything, I just want to give you guys a reminder that for any of our professional organizers or aspiring professional organizers out there, we've recently dropped a 12 episode bingeable podcast mini series. It's on its own separate RSS feed, so like a different it's not on the This Organized Life podcast. If you if you type in the search bar, how to start and grow a professional organizing business, pretty organic, it should come up. You can also type in my name, or you can click on the link in the show notes and it'll take you to the mini series, and it's available on our YouTube channel. It is also available on any of the podcast streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, you name it. It is specifically geared for anybody that is thinking about starting a professional organizing business, but really not sure about some of the business nuances and want to get some general information. And so it's a great starting point. Sometimes people aren't ready to jump into like a one-on-one mentoring or want to do a course or any of that stuff. This is when I get asked these questions. There's like 12 questions that I get asked over and over and over again from people about starting a business. And so I turned each one of these into a mini episode. So I explain to you a little bit about how I do it, my recommendations, some different things to think about before you embark on this. But if you also have already embarked on it, maybe you just started hung up your shingle and started organizing for friends and family, and then realized, oh my gosh, I actually have a business here. And now you're like, now what? And I have to reverse engineer it. And I have to kind of button up the business side of things, like getting insurance and legalizing my business and getting a business checking account and building a website and all of these things that you maybe didn't do because you were so busy getting clients and refining your skills. That's okay too. It's a great way for you to have your checklist of different things. Again, it's a great primer for you to kind of go in and say, hey, I'm not really sure. I think might be something. And then if you want to take a step further from there, I have so many other ways that you can work with me. But this is, I'm really excited about this. I've gotten lots of great feedback from people. Actually, I'm currently working with a new mentee because she found me through the podcast mini series and listened to it and was like, this is exactly what I need. And now we're working together one-on-one. So I love those success stories and helping her build out her brand. So if that's you, or it sounds like you, check it out. How to start and grow a professional organizing business on all the things, all the channels. But today I wanted to talk about a topic that we've touched on before. It is not your traditional organizing, we're not talking about kitchens or closets or pantries or garages. We are talking about all of your, what we are calling legacy documents. Legacy documents, in my definition, are all of the things that you need in the event of something happening. That could be you're incapacitated. That could mean you have passed away or someone has passed away. We're talking about things like life insurance, passwords, financial planners, bank accounts, 529s, um, all of the things that you need to run your business and your house and all of the things, the big things in life. And we have done over the years, we've done a lot of different episodes. I've talked about different products and resources that can support you in this. But the one, and there's so many resources out there, but the one resource that I have found to be the most simple and streamlined for people to kind of meet them where they are is my friend Kate Hufnagel's Digital Wrangler suite of services. Now, I'm just recording this. I just actually got back from having lunch with Kate. I guess it was a couple weeks ago. She was in town. She's based in Colorado, but she was doing a speaking thing out in the Philadelphia area. And so we met for lunch and we were talking all about her business and how it's grown and evolved. And really, if you're not familiar with her, and we've had her on the show, I can link to it in the show notes. But when Kate started her organizing business, she knew that she wanted to help people. But unlike most traditional organizers who want to get in there and work with your stuff, Kate knew that she wanted to work with the intangible, which are a lot of these very important documents that so many people either don't know where they are or they don't have a clear plan mapped out. And a lot of people that we talk to say, oh, I have a will, or yes, I have all my stuff, like it's all in the safe or whatever, fill in the blank. But without a clear plan and looping in the appropriate people of in the event of fill in the blank. And again, I know it's morbid to talk about bad things happening, but we all know it's just a matter of when, not if. Something happens, you want your loved ones to be prepared. Period, full stop. I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine a couple months ago, and this is a true story. And her husband, they're in their early 60s, very healthy, very young, vibrant people. And he was on the golf course with his buddies and all of a sudden started slurring his words. And they immediately sprung into action, thankfully, rushed him to the emergency room, and turns out he had a stroke. They were able to, because they were able to get him such quick response, they were able to treat it. And knock on wood, he's doing great. Obviously, seeing doctors, trying to figure out the root cause of it, prevent anything from happening down the road. But when I was talking to my girlfriend about it after the fact, she said to me something that really like hit me right in the gut. Not only is he her person, and they've got 3 grown kids and a grandchild together, but he owns a couple businesses and they have a vacation home and a lot of different moving parts. And she said to me, if something happened to him, I wouldn't know what to do. And I looked at her and I said, do you mean that like from the emotional perspective, which of course, like this is your person? And she said, but I said, what do you mean you wouldn't know what to do? And she goes, I don't know where anything is. I don't know. I don't know what the next step is with the businesses. I don't know what the next step is with investments. I don't know any of these things. And that was her wake up call. And she was visibly scared because not only was she scared about potentially losing the love, the love of her life, but then to carry the burden of going, what is my next move? What does that look like? What phone calls do I need to make? Who do I need to contact? Is scary and overwhelming. And it's something that we don't like to talk about. We don't like to think about it. And legacy organizing and what Kate has built with her business, the Digital Wrangler, is an area that not a lot of professional organizers want to even touch because it's not pretty, it's not necessarily fun, but it is a necessary part of living an organized life, which is what we talk about here. And so I said to her, this is nothing that I personally want to do, but I want to partner with you because you have already built it. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. You've already done the heavy lifting. You've already created the assets. You've already created courses. You've already developed one-on-one coaching. You've already created digital downloads for people. There's no reason for me to go and then replicate that. I would rather sit here on my platform and sing your praises. And that is exactly what I'm doing. I said, what you, and to anybody who knows me from a professional standpoint, knows I don't endorse people who I don't personally use, I don't personally trust, I haven't tried them out. And so I went through Kate's online digital foundations course, which allowed me to go through different sections of our home and our life. And I tweaked and modified for the parts that made sense for us and ignored the parts that didn't. But it was a roadmap where she walked with me through 12 very specific areas of our home. And there's a separate one for business, but like of our home, of our life, from, personal documents to passwords to, what do you want your playlist to be? Of do you want to be buried or cremated? Like some of these things are conversations that people don't have. And oftentimes having a will isn't enough. And having a will isn't going to allow you to be able to get into somebody's social media account. I mean, Kate's been on the show talking about stories of not being able to access photographs from people's digital lives because so much of it is online. And if you don't have the passwords, even if you are the beneficiary, there's all these hoops that you need to jump through. But if you were to have it all in a document where you're like, here's my passwords to all of the things, or here's my business. These are all the different accounts that we have. If you need to cancel something, if you need to contact somebody, these are the point people for you to do that. To even be able to have that document so that you can do it, or better yet, you can say as you're sitting there grieving, you can take this information, this either digital document or actual physical document that you have in the safe, and be able to hand it off to a third party person who you trust and say, make these phone calls, call the bank, call this person, call that person, log into my stuff. So much of the things that we use nowadays are digital. We can do it from our computer. We can do it from our devices. And to be able to delegate that to somebody without having to think about it so that you can focus in on the stuff that really matters for you, either sitting vigil by your loved one as they need it, as they recover, or grieving and mourning and saying, here, I need help. Here's a list of fill in the blank. Can you take care of this? That is a gift that you can give to your loved ones. And so Kate's got a variety of services. I mean, her business has sprouted so many different branches. So there's the General Foundations course. She's got the Business Succession Playbook for business owners. She has something for parents that has specific resources for kids stuff. I mean, you name it. And I'm sharing all this with you because I cannot stress to you as much as I tell you, your stuff is getting in the way, can get in the way if it's not organized of you living your best life. The disorganization of not having stuff here, having stuff there, not having an organized place and system for all of the other moving parts of your life is going to could eventually catch up to you. And I don't want to see that happen. I've seen too many people who have had too many unexpected things happen, people getting in accidents, car accidents, heart attacks. I mean, we don't always have the gift of somebody having a slow decline. Yes, when people get sick and they're like, okay, I know that the end is coming and I can start getting my ducks in a row, that's one thing. But we don't always have that runway. A lot of times things just life happens sideways. And again, I'm not trying to say this to scare anybody or be a Debbie Downer, but I do just want you guys to be prepared. I don't want you guys to be left with all of this ambiguity, all of this uncertainty, and having to spend more time trying to find what it is that you're looking for. And if you've been around me for a hot minute, you know that what I talk about is living an organized life has to deal with the ease of retrieval. How quickly can I get what I need when I need it? And if there's ever a time that you're going to need access to information and documents and passwords and all of those things, there's no time like the present, people. So I'm saying this to you with love. Please visit thedigitalwrangler.com/TOL for this organized life, thedigitalwrangler.com/TOL. And look at what Kate has. And I understand it can be overwhelming. If you are not sure where to start, I would say check out her foundation course. It is amazing. If you're a business owner, check out her business succession playbook. These are the two areas that are so, so important for you in helping everyone around you be organized, and just you having the peace of mind knowing that things are well taken care of, even when you, as the person who may take care of all the things, are not able to. So thank you for this very long public service announcement. Again, thank you so much to my friend Kate. It was great meeting you in person, sitting down and having lunch with you, learning about how you're helping individuals and business owners really organize all of these intangibles in your life. And if you need more help, like I said, there's digital courses, there is downloads, and there's one-on-one coaching depending on what level of support you are looking for. So check it out. Again, thedigitalwrangler.com/TOL. And that's it for today's episode. I'll be back next week with another one. Until then, I'm Lori Palau. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please spread the love and share it with your friends. And if this is your first time joining us, make sure to click the subscribe button wherever you are listening so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, please leave us a review so other people know that our show is worth the listen. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram at This Organized Life Podcast. And if you'd like to connect with us, you can head on over to our website at simply the letter B like boy organized.com, which is filled with tons of resources, including free downloads, checklists, links to our amazing organizing partners, and all of our digital offerings. I'll see you next week for another episode of This Organized Life.